In 2007, when private television channels began to be proliferate in Andhra Pradesh, I did a brief study with trying to sort of look at the political economy or the kind of background people who are starting media industries have in terms of their where their economic power is coming from and the reasons for entering the media business. Because at that time there were about 4 or 5 major channels which were already quite well established, like Enadu, TV9 came in 2004, Gemini News, NTV and TV5 by then were already there. And essentially I was trying to look at what was the background of ownership. Because we were in a transition time at that time when Doordarshan was a monopoly in news sector, at least Doordarshan and All India Radio. News was always seen as a public good. It was for the information of people, conveying relevant information, important information for people, and keeping with the view of having an intelligent democracy, a well-informed democracy. Broadly, that was the objective. Whether it was happening or not on Doordarshan is another issue, but that was the objective. And the news was always seen as a non-commercial kind of activity, which was not part of a commercial agenda of any group, and it was financed and run as a non-commercial public good. Suddenly, after the liberalization and when news channels began to be allowed to uplink and downlink from Indian soil, when major policy changes came in, there was a big opening up of news industry. And with that came a sea change or a paradigm shift in the manner in which we began to look at news. It was also, interestingly, a time when internationally also similar trends happened, already got entrenched. If we looked at the US experience, there were 3 major channels, news channels before that, NBS, CBS, ABC, and Fox News of Murdoch entered the market. Everybody wrote him off, saying that because for the 60 or 70 years before that, these were the 3 major channels. Nobody could enter those markets because they were had such strong news properties like 60 Minutes and news hours and extremely strong news channels were there, and nobody could enter that market and actually survive. But Murdoch entered that market with Fox News and survived. And a person called Daniel Kimmel wrote a book, The Fourth Network, and with a tongue-in-cheek, humorous partly, and partly calling a spade, he wrote what Fox News did in order to break into that market. And interestingly, there were many strategies they used. There was a lot of aggressiveness they brought to news. The 3 established channels, though they were partisan, they were capitalists, they were part of the military-industrial complex, they were also promoting war, they were also doing all the things that we accuse Murdoch of. But Murdoch had a different strategy. One is the conservative politics. He was not known for his liberal, he is not known for his liberal politics. Secondly, and extreme aggressiveness in the way he handles media. And he had these strategies of counter-programming. If you have a very good property like 60 Minutes running on one channel, you would run program, Married and with Children or something like that, which actually is a emotional, thing that appeals to people in a very different way, not as a news. And he would have sensational campaigns. Like he would run a campaign on, pedophile doctors. He destroyed the careers of many pediatricians. He started suspecting and running campaigns about child doctors and destroyed many careers. But it became sensational news. Public was agog watching these things. And then he broke into the market in a big way, doing very many unethical things. For many years it went though there was public opinion against it, some sections of public were disturbed by this thing. It came out only recently, last year, in a proper legal way. When the Guardian newspaper ran a campaign against Murdoch Empire, and actually Leveson inquiry was put in place, and actual illegalities and breaking of the law was proved. Some people have been arrested, editors of his newspapers have been arrested, he closed his newspapers, some of them. A 120-year-old, 28-year-old newspaper was closed. The reason why I'm giving this background is, when some of the new channels in Telugu opened up in Andhra Pradesh, I am told by one of the leading news coordinators who was heading one of these organizations that Daniel Kimmel's book on Fox News was mandatory reading for them. They were all asked to read that book. Why? Because in order to because Murdoch was an ideal for a very long time in India. And if you look at many of the Hindi and English news channels, at one time we were saying, sir was referring to foreign direct investment, if Murdoch channels come to India like Star and all are there, we see it has been leading the rate. What we discovered was that most of the people who have entered this both the sectors is supposed to, by the national regulators themselves admit that close to 50% of real estate startups. So on the one side, the possibility of establishing news channels, cost of establishing the channels, all the costs kept coming down. 7 onwards, the costs of technology kept coming down, and on the one side, and in a big way into media. And it is a trend that is continuing. And apparently, according to some of the statistics, more on advertising than on subscription as yet. It is growing subscription with BTH and other technological changes. It may grow, subscription part of it may grow up, but as of now, advertising remains dominant as an input. And if you look at the advertising power of amount of market that is there, Tamil Nadu seems to be leading, Andhra Pradesh is second. How much? 9,000 million rupees, Andhra Pradesh. Tamil Nadu is 13,500 million thing. So size of advertising is that much of a pie is there. But one important thing that we have to distinguish here is, this is about the overall industry. There is an entertainment industry and news segment in it. The entertainment industry is much bigger. Viewership share, news segment has a very small share. The English news has 0.23% share only, whereas Telugu news, or not Telugu particularly, regional news is 2.78% is the share. So in the big picture, though there's a very big chunk of money in the television business, news business is a much smaller segment out of that. So sustainability of news channels has been much debated as a topic. When more and more of them are coming, why are they coming, how are they sustaining, has been one of the interesting questions that has been asked over a period of time. And many of the channels are also, some of them are in trouble, they're selling out, changing hands and things like that. But the sustainability part, given the small market and the small advertising pie, when more and more people are still coming in, why are they coming in? That's a question. If you look at what has been happening recently, we see that more directly. Other interesting trend that's happening is also the trend towards vertical integration, which is actually a much more, political ownership has been there, business ownership has been there. Once you accept that media can be in the private sector, both these issues are unavoidable. But what happens after the political ownership is acquired, what happens after the business comes into play, is an important question to ask, and that's a different kind of issue to debate. But the thing is, if there is a vertical integration in terms of you're also getting into distribution, you're also getting into production, and you're also getting into all the three phases of broadcasting. If you're getting into, you have a very strong stranglehold on the system. And we have been hearing of cases, even during last elections, that a political person who actually has control over distribution and whose family was contesting from a particular area, he has been systematically blocking channels which have negative propaganda about his family, what he thinks is negative propaganda, which means in a democratic setup, this intervention of actually controlling what information can go to people and cannot go to people, and have only one kind of information available to people, is not healthy for a democratic polity. So that is a trend which has to be seriously contested in various ways and challenged in various ways. Otherwise, it can be quite damaging to the entire industry.